Straight from the underground. Living my life underneath the ground. Digging underground. Living my life underneath the ground. Living my life underneath the ground. Living my life underneath the ground. I'm blowing up like you thought I would.
Hey everybody, I'm Randy Silvis.
And I'm Tony Mollick.
Welcome back to Slotrods.
And welcome to the upstairs private room of the beautiful Frontier Club in Latrobe, Pennsylvania.
We'd also like to welcome you to the second annual Slotrods Underground Wintertime Points Chase. The 2022-23 Underground was a 3-night event, and it went over so well, we decided to extend it to 4 nights.
The amount of points you can get will increase each night, and tonight, just like we did on night 1 of last year, you'll get 2 points for crossing the starting line under power, you'll get 1 point for crossing the finish line in your own lane, you'll get 5 points for a win, and 0 points for any disqualifications.
Giving you a total of 8 possible points per round, and we will be racing 3 rounds per night.
We have 26 cars from the 724, the 412, and Team Motown, and you'll be seeing each one over the course of the first round.
So, as Tony likes to say, it's time to hit the lights and drop the hammers. Our first race is between Drew in the Chevy Impala called 6.9 versus me in my Supercar 4 GT.
Wasn't that thing called AAA whenever it raced in Season 1?
I don't own it anymore. Drew owns it now, man. He likes to call it 6.9 because of the number on the trunk.
Ain't 6.9 kind of a weird name for a 67 Impala?
I don't think he's talking about the year.
Drivers.
Yes.
Looks like Drew's out of practice. He was a little sleepy on the line.
Yeah, he was, but he stayed close. I only took him by less than half a car length.
Giving 6.9 3 points and the GT 8.
Race 2, we got a couple OG 724 cars. The 70 Corvette called the SOB versus the 51 Chevy called Slick Trick.
Looks like we started out with a drag race.
Ooh, something happened on the big end.
Slick Trick's front end got loose and caught something on the side of the track, causing it to go airborne.
Slick Trick did not cross the finish line. That only gives him 2 points for the round, and that gives SOB 8 points.
Round 1, race 3, we got my red 76 Corvette called Batmobile 2 versus the 3rd gen Pontiac Trans Am called Flamethrower.
Looks like he got you out of the hole.
I just could not catch him on the big end.
Giving Bat 2 3 points and Flamethrower 8. Round 1, race 4, the Chop 32 called Cherry Pie versus Alley Cat.
Alley Cat was quick off the start.
Looked like Cherry Pie did a bit of spinning at the beginning, just enough to slow you down, giving Alley Cat 8 points and the 32 Ford 3.
Round 1, race 5, the Spirit of 57 versus the brand new, completely redesigned Tazinator.
The original 1965 El Camino used for the first Tazinator, that was demolished in a catch bin accident at this year's Halloween shootout.
The new Tazinator is a 59 El Camino, and it's a proxy racer owned by Ed Taz Gardner of Port Richey, Florida. The only thing we salvaged out of the old one was the motor and the tonneau cover graphics.
I didn't feel like I was slow on the trigger.
We got that Tazinator running real good off the line. Tazinator 8 points, Spirit of 57 3.
Round 1, race 6, couple of Camaros. The Gen 2 called Tyrant versus the Gen 3 called Scaremaro.
You rolling?
Yes, hey.
Speak up.
Yeah, they say two.
Scaramaro got the jump and made a hell of a pass, taking the win with a 2-car gap.
Giving Scaramaro 8 points and Tyrant 3.
Round 1, race 7, my 65 Chevy 2 called Orange Crush versus Annette Kane and her daily driver called Mini-Me.
Orange Crush come off the line hard. Annette tried to reel him back in. She ran out of real estate.
Giving the Orange Crush 8 and Mini-Me 3.
Round 1, race 8. Couple of new cars that made a lot of noise at the Halloween shootout. The Harry Olds from the Kane Racing Team versus every Gen X male's childhood dream, the Mach 5. Good Lord, Denise, what the hell was that?
That Mach 5 tribute car is running like its namesake.
Giving the Mach 5 a quick 8 and the Harry Olds 3.
Round 1, race 9, Brian Big Daddy Kane and the Killer Nova versus my 1948 Henry J called Grape Gas.
And Grape Gas knocks the tires off before he could even get going. That gives Brian his first win of the night, and that gives a lowly deuce to the Grape Gas.
Round 1, race 10, Big Daddy and Son of Troublemaker versus the Gen 3 Camaro from the Trumpy Racing Team called Judas.
Rolling.
Judas fishtails off the line and spins the tires off for the first 60 feet.
And SOT makes a solid pass.
Watch the rear end of the Camaro coming off the line. The tire spun and it wasted all his power.
Giving SOT 8 and Judas 3.
Round 1, race 11, a couple of Motown cars. The white wheelies called the Ghost versus that squirrely pro mod called the Mad Bird.
The Mad Bird was responsible for one of the most spectacular crashes we ever caught on film, right here last December.
You can tell Mad Bird ain't been down the track in a while. He forgot what to do when the light come on.
That gives the Ghost 8 points and the Mad Bird 3. Round 1, race 12, we got the Kai Kelly tribute car called Jangalang versus the Pontiac concept car called the Banshee.
Rolling.
Now that's a drag race.
What's this young lady's face that's driving Banshee?
There's a big slot rod smile. Yeah, I think she'll be back to race again.
It only takes one win and we've got you hooked.
And when she did, by a short car length, that secures 8 points for Banshee.
Our last race of the first round are two full-size trucks that just couldn't help but draw each other. Hall & Oates versus Blue Bayou.
Hauling Oates was hauling ass.
But here comes Blue Bayou around on the big end for the win.
You gotta be kidding me. I was sure Hauling Oates won that race.
Quickly moving to round 2, race 1, we have Tyrant versus 69.
They left the line together, but it looked like 6'9" was getting out in front of the Camaro.
The Impala couldn't hold the lead and the Camaro squeezed him out at the finish line by half a car, giving 6'9" his second loss of the night and Tyrant his first win.
Round 2, Race 2, the Tazinator versus the Spirit of 57.
Yes, sir.
That 57 looked a little sluggish coming out of the hole. We better get that dialed in for you before the points start going up.
That's the advantage of the first night. If you need to do test and tuning, the points are low.
You can pretty much not even be here on the first night and still have a chance of winning the whole thing. Round 2, Race 3, GT versus Judas.
I was sleeping on the line.
But that didn't help Judas. That pass was all forward. GT gets his second win of the night, and Judas takes a hard second loss.
Round 2, Race 4, Mini Me versus Grape Gas. Yeah, Grape Gas kicked some ass that time.
Grape Gas gets his first win of the evening, and Mini Me takes her second loss.
Round 2, Race 5, the 65 Chevy 2 called Orange Crush versus the 66 Chevy 2 called Killer Nova.
Killer Nova was a little slow off the line and tried reeling that Orange Crush car back in, but the Orange Crush held on for the win.
Giving Orange Crush a solid 16 and bringing Killer Nova up to 11.
Round 2, Race 6. It's the Alley Cat versus the Banshee.
Rolling.
Banshee for the win. That gives Banshee that all-important 16 points, and that brings Alley Cat up to 11.
Next time on the Underground, we're going to bring you the conclusion of Night 1.
Until then, if anyone needs us, we'll be in the bar. Until then, I'm Randy Silvas,
And I'm Tony Mollett.
and we're retiring to the bar.
And you've been watching
Slotrods.
Digging underground.
Living my life underneath the ground.
Digging underground.
Living my life underneath the ground. Living my life underneath the ground.
Now that's a drag race.